Inside the subway car, 3 young men were harassing a woman. She cast a desperate glance toward Fleck, silently pleading for help. But having just lost his job, Fleck didn't want to get involved. He pretended not to see anything. Then, out of nowhere, he began to laugh. The sudden, uncontrollable laughter drew the attention of the 3 men, who mistakenly thought Fleck was mocking them. The woman took the chance to slip away. Now enraged, the men turned their fury on Fleck, unaware that his laughter was a symptom of a neurological disorder triggered by stress. One of them snatched his bag, and another punched him to the ground. But they didn't stop there. Relentless, they kept taunting and laughing at him. Color slowly drained from Fleck's face. Years of bullying, betrayal, and disrespect had built up inside him. And now, all that pain and resentment exploded. He snapped, grabbed a weapon, and fought back with all his might. Fleeing the scene like a madman, he finally hid inside a grimy public restroom. But instead of guilt, Fleck felt something else. Standing in front of the mirror, he broke into an elegant, slow-motion dance. It was a moment of pure release. He savored every step, every movement. But behind that dance, his mind was beginning to fracture. Soon after, he went to see his social worker for a follow-up session. But she had bad news. Due to budget cuts in the city's welfare program, the facility was shutting down. No more free medication, no more therapy. Fleck's already fragile mental state began to spiral further. The next day, Fleck showed up at his old workplace to finalize his resignation. But his coworkers didn't offer sympathy. Instead, they mocked him. This time, Fleck didn't just walk away quietly. He slammed his fists into the punch clock and vandalized the sign that said, "Don't forget to smile," changing it to "Don't smile." Now jobless and disconnected from the system, Fleck decided to try stand-up comedy to make ends meet. But barely into his set, his anxiety kicked in, triggering another uncontrollable laughing fit. He was sincere, but it was a disaster. Despite finishing his act, the audience's applause was laced with mockery. Not long after, the subway murder made headlines. But instead of public outrage, the incident sparked sympathy. People began to relate to the killer. Some even copied his look. For the poor and downtrodden, the Joker became a symbol, a dark hero. Their hatred of the wealthy began to boil over.